What's up guys, it's me Drew, and today we're going to be talking about some things that you should expect when you get Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, the game isn't out yet, but these are some things that we already know that are going to be different and are some things that you should really know so you don't make some big mistakes while you're playing this game. So I hope you like this. I thought it was pretty cool. I got two cameras now, so the first one that we're going to talk about is how you should not worry about what the shape of your island is before you actually start playing. Because before, what a lot of people would do is they'd keep resetting the game to try to get the perfect island because you couldn't change much about it. I guess back then it wasn't an island, but coming up it will be an island. You really shouldn't think too much about which island you're picking, just pick your favorite. And if you don't like anything later, you can change almost everything in the island.
So one thing that I do want to mention is that there are some map limits. So there's some different things that you do have to pay attention to when you pick your first map. Yeah, so there'll be a link to that. And also, I wasn't using this good microphone, so the audio sounds a little bit bad in that video. So the audio will sound better in the future videos.
You can change almost everything in the island. So first of all, what you can do, you can add water and you can add waterfalls. So you can pretty much make rivers and ponds and things like that. You can also cover up rivers and stuff that already exist if you don't want them there anymore. You can also remove and add cliffs, so those second layers. You can get up pretty high with those if you keep adding more layers. I think that's going to help you a lot in not stressing out about the small details in your island, because you'll definitely be able to change them later. So if you're the type of person that always wants your island to be absolutely perfect, this game is going to be a lot better for you than previous games because there's going to be so many different options. Another thing that I found really interesting is that you can move trees and rocks if you eat fruit. So it basically gives you energy and you can move them around. So that's also not a problem anymore if you had those types of things in the way of having your perfect town. The next thing that you should expect is that the island is completely empty when you start. There's going to be absolutely nobody there. So that's why you're not going to want to expect to shop, because there's not going to be very many shops there when you start off. You're going to be mostly crafting and gathering resources, but later on in the game there will be shops. But just for the early game, you're probably not going to go to shops very often at all, because it is a deserted island, so there's almost nothing there when you get there. There is still a few things though, so it's not completely empty. So one more thing that you should really think about when you start your island is that you can pretty much customize everything when it comes to your town or village. So you're probably going to want to have a plan or kind of an idea of how you want your town laid out and where you want the buildings. Because what you're going to be able to do is after you place your own house, you're also going to be able to reserve spots for other villagers' houses to go. So you can pretty much control the town and you can make different streets and things like that. So it's a really good idea to plan out how you want your town to look. So another thing that would really help with that is that you can place your shops wherever you want too. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe have a shopping area and a place where a lot of people live, because I think that would be a really nice way to kind of organize the town. I think I can make that type of town look really good, so I'm kind of excited for that. And one other thing that you can do that will help your town is that you can place down pathways and roads and things like that, but they're not just those customizable things where you place like a tile on the ground and then people can kick it off by accident, or you can kick it off by accident. They're not going to be like that. There's actual pathways in this game now, so that's going to be super helpful. This next thing that you should expect, you might already know, but it is so important. But if you don't already know, then leave a like, because this is going to be helpful for you. So if you were looking to create a few different villages and use them on different accounts, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to get a whole new Switch for every different island that you want to create. So this is kind of a problem, because a lot of people want to have their own island if they have maybe family members that use their Switch, or you just want to have multiple islands. It's not very good that they only have one island per Switch, but you should definitely know of that before you plan on having a different island for each person. But if you have multiple people using the same Switch, you can have one island, so you'll pretty much just share that town with all the other people that use your Switch. Another thing, as I mentioned earlier, you'll be able to place cliffs and remove the cliffs. So at the start of the game, you won't actually be able to get onto that upper area that has the cliff. You'll have to stay down in the lower area for the start of the game. But don't forget that that part's there, because once you're a bit later into the game and you can access those stairs and ramps and things like that, you'll be able to get up and you'll be able to do pretty much whatever you want with it. So if you're planning out your village, as I said before, you're definitely going to want to think of that upper area, even if you can't get to it yet. So that is all of the things that I think that you should definitely know about before this game comes out. So leave a comment down below if you do like this double camera kind of style, because I've just been trying to improve my videos, and I think that having different things like this will definitely make them better. And I'm pretty happy with the quality of my videos lately. I think they've been getting better, but I haven't posted too often. So once I make gameplay videos, I'm going to be posting a lot more often, because there's more to talk about. I find it's kind of gets a bit boring just talking about news. So click right there if you want to see the first episode of my Let's Play whenever it comes out, and click right there to see a video that YouTube recommends.
Mighty glad to see